What's going on, everybody? Jada Black here. I want to discuss Kathleen Kennedy reportedly leaving LucasFilms. They're saying that she's not fired, but that she actually wants to leave. And if you look at the box office for Solo and you look at The Last Jedi, how people just didn't like that. The Force Awakens sort of had mixed reaction. I personally, out of all the reboots recently with Kathleen Kennedy heading Lucasfilms, my favorite has been, Rogue One. That's been my favorite. And that's because they did not shove the feminist, female-led bullshit down your throat. But according to Screen Rant, that's the article I'm going to read from, it says Kathleen Kennedy stepping down from Lucasfilms. As Kathleen Kennedy may leave Lucasfilms if the latest Star Wars rumor is true. Following decades of producing massive hits from Steven Spielberg like Indiana Jones franchise, E.T., Jurassic Park, as well as Robert Zemeckis' Back to the Future, Kennedy joined Lucasfilm at the perfect time and was named co-chair with George Lucas. Once Disney officially bought Lucas Studio, Kennedy was put completely in charge and immediately began working on a way to bring Star Wars back to prominence. Well, she money-wise, with the first movie, she did, but if you look at the films after that, it wasn't as critically acclaimed as other Star Wars films before. It made a lot of money. They've made a lot of money, but there was no substance. It was all about pushing an agenda. It's all about woman first. I mean, look at the picture that you're seeing in this particular video. This is what their whole narrative has become. It's about pushing this female can lead and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Instead of allowing it to be organic, they try to push it. And I think that's why people have pushed back and not put any money into it. The launch of The Force Awakens in 2015, Kennedy proved why she was given this task. The film broke almost every record in the book, and that wasn't enough. The studio moved towards making anthology films, and Rogue One, Star Wars Story, once again was a major hit. Last year saw the launch of The Last Jedi, film that divided fans, but one Kennedy backed and seemingly doubled down on by giving director Rian Johnson a trilogy all on his own. Now Solo, a Star Wars story, is disappointing at the box office, and this could lead to Kennedy possibly leaving the studio. What is about to come should be taken with a major grain of salt. Dark Side of the Force shared an excerpt from the latest edition of the Ankler newsletter that says there is talk of Kennedy stepping down in September. The report doesn't specify any direct sources, making this sound more like a rumor than anything. Adding another layer of uncertainty to the report is that, is that the Ankler is a paid subscription newsletter that costs $45 for a yearly subscription. We cannot verify the excerpt shared by the Dark Side of the Force is in fact legit. With that said, here is what the Ankler had to say. While Kathleen Kennedy worked wonders relaunching the property from the abyss, the Lucas prequel trilogy, and turning into a bigger than ever all-devouring cultural force. There has to be more than some thought. Then this time, a new blood at the helm. I talked it out in September. Changing the guard. So they talked about changing the guard in September, which means that pretty much The Force Awakens was going to be the only big time accomplishment of hers at Lucasfilm. They could see the writing on the wall. They were seeing people were not going with this direction that they were going in. And so they have to make a move now. And so I think that what she wants to probably do is probably throw feelers out there about leaving to see how people will react. And of course, people are going to be happy, especially Star Wars fans, because whether you're male or female, there are a lot of people who are not happy with the direction of Star Wars. And her leaving might be a good thing. So we'll see if this is all just a rumor. I will make an update if need be, but y'all stay tuned. Make sure you continue to support the platform, Patreon, PayPal, to continue to support these videos on this channel. because there is no advertising whatsoever. Instead of me the only advertising is me putting out amazing content.